Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So, we've got a couple of guitars here. 1,500 bucks, round out the numbers, it's not that much different, versus about 500 bucks. Alright, so we've got the Martin GPC 11E Road Series, so really nice guitar, all solid wood everywhere. And of course we have our Ibanez AEG50L. Which, well, we still can't get an answer out of Ibanez if the top is either laminated or solid, but we do know, of course, the back and sides are definitely going to be laminated on our little black Ibanez here. And we're going to do a test between the two. Now, the Martin still has its factory strings, their lifespan strings, so, and I haven't had the guitar for more than a couple months, or I've only had this for a few days. However, I have changed the strings on this to Elixir Nano Web phosphorus bronze coated strings. They are 1253s. And I added in tusk pins as well as I did lower the saddle the other day. I took a chance. I still have to get a hold of Ibanez, but a replacement. And because you're supposed to get a spare one with the guitar. But I took about 1 millimeter off this and it made a huge difference in this thing. So much, much nicer. Anyways, so we're going to have basically a sound off between the two. You guys get to decide which one you like better. There is, in my world, there's no such thing as the best guitar at any price range. It's kind of whatever feels good to you, sounds good. I mean, that's kind of what you go after. And it's got to play nice too, right? So it's got to, can't have razor blades for frets, that's for sure, But anyways, let's do this. So I gave the Martin an extra because I had a little boo-boo there, which is okay. All right, so the way I'm looking at it, let's do finger picking next, right? See how that goes for us. Okay, this pick actually belongs in this guitar. Okay, so one more test. Back to the pick, and this time we're gonna end with the Ibanez. Okay, not exactly the exact same thing on both, but pretty close. Anyways, so the Martin for me, at least, it's very deep, very rich tone. That's Martin, right? But it's more geared toward different genres of music, like, you know, your folk, your country, your blues, a lot of other stuff. And it's definitely got that throb. But, you know, body sizes, considering too. I mean, these are two totally different guitars, either way. But and solid wood to laminate, that's a whole other ball game too that we don't need to talk about right now. But this is a more modern sounding guitar with the Ibanez. It doesn't have as much, you know, throb and low end to it. It didn't even with its own strings. But it definitely has that punch. So if you're looking to, you know, really bust through a mix, this has got the frequency response to be able to handle that. But it does have that tin to it, which is very common of these strings either way. I'm thinking maybe, 1253, maybe a 1254, but this thing is factory set with 1253s to start with, so I kind of really don't like messing with gauges too much on guitars, especially when they're already, like, even the nut is perfectly cut for the 1253s. You know, these are a 1254 with the Martin, and it's their light gauge that they call them. Anyways. Definitely has power and volume, you know. So anyway, the Martin is definitely my favorite between the two of them, to be honest. And it has nothing to do with the price. You know, I don't really care too much about the price of a guitar, other than if I can afford the thing, then yeah, you know. But I care about the sound. I care about the feel of the guitar, how it responds. Is it going to be something that I really need to really, you know, run through a mix, like just burst out through it? Or do I want something on a more calmer part, right? Am I playing modern type music, or am I playing more older style? You know, so, you know, some guitars can handle both. Others, like, you know, our Ibanez Squeeze here, it can definitely handle the modern stuff, but the older stuff and the finger picking, I find is because the widths between the strings is a little tighter than the Martin. I don't find that it totally handles finger picking as well. This is a little bit more better for that because it's a little bit wider string spacing. So, you know, that's another thing to consider when you're looking at a guitar is, you know, if you're going to do any kind of finger picking, that's an important thing to look at on any guitar. But stay tuned either way, because we are going to still put the Ibanez Squeeze up against our right-handed Yamaha. They look very similar to each other side by side, but obvious differences for sure. So anyway, that's been the Martin and the Ibanez. See ya.